Hello everyone, my name is Tiffany. I'm the Tipsy Artist. Today we are painting this very beautiful lighthouse. So it is simple and elegant and lovely, and we've made it very fun and easy for y'all. So we have a traceable that makes it easy to place on a canvas, and we're going to get started with that process right now. So here we go. I'm going to switch camera views so that you can have a great look at what I'm doing. And here we go. Okay. Alright, so I have my entire paint kit here with us, and this is available for y'all online as well. We put all the supplies together. We have your paint and your brushes and everything. The only thing you have to get is a bucket of water. And we have the traceable and the transfer paper so that you can place this on your canvas here. And let's talk about our little brushes. So we have a whole family of brushes. We've got Mama, then Little Buddy, and Little Bit. Alright? So I'm going to go ahead and start with this beautiful blue wash in the sky. We're going to be using some primary cyan blue and some titanium white. Okay, so I've got some out of my plate here. I'm going to go ahead and use my Mama brush. Take a nice big dollop of the white and just a little tiny corner touch into the blue. We're going to work that together. Again, making a really pretty light blue. And then we're going to go ahead and push this across the sky here. And we're going to add a little bit of water to this one. That's going to help make that paint easy to spread onto the canvas here. And it's also going to create some transparency where we need it to where our line art will just bleed right through, which is quite lovely. As I work this into, I'm going to add a little bit of pure white. So I'm going to go back and forth and alternate between the pure white and that lovely light blue that we mixed up. Just kind of push that back and forth. A little bit of white. Just kind of streak that across the sky. And then a little bit of that darker blue. And a little bit of white. And just remember to keep alternating that. And if you run out, just mix up another little batch. Really pretty light blue. Water. Alright, so that's really pretty. That's going to be our background. Now, I'm going to go ahead and rinse out. I'm going to go ahead and work in the ground. We're going to let this have a chance to set up and dry. We'll circle back to that when we get done doing our ground here. So I've got my Cadmium Green, and we've got some white. I'm going to mix those two together, really lighten that up. A lot of white to that, and then just a tiny little touch of the black too. That's going to make like a sage color. And let's add some more white to that. We'll lighten that up. Let's go and work this into the base. Let's add a little bit of water. And some more white. A nice smooth background, again, just back and forth. And then we can kind of do a little bit of a tap here with the Mama brush. Just put a lot of this with just texture. It's going to be our base. And smooth that out. And then make sure and rinse out promptly, quickly. This is acrylic paint, so it does sit up and dry very quickly on the brushes. Firm pressure, spin it round and round and round. Sometimes you have to be kind of vigorous with it to get it out. There we go. Alright, so now we need a bright primary yellow. So here we go. Turn this around to the other side. Develop with that. And then also let's grab some Cadmium Yellow. A touch of that. Okay, let's go ahead and take our little buddy brush. We're going to tap into that Cadmium Yellow with the bright primary yellow. And then we're going to start to do a little bit of tapping. So we're going to tap, tap, tap over the top. Let's add a little bit of white to that too. So these are little flowers, and we're just tapping on the side of the little buddy brush. So again, lots of white here. Lots of primary yellow, cadmium yellow. I'll get a little bit more of that cadmium yellow in there too. This is just a lot of repetition, a lot of tapping, lots of layers. My honey bear is making dinner nearby, and it smells lovely. I'm going to keep tapping this out. You can get kind of thick with it too, create more texture. It's a really pretty effect. I'm just really putting a lot of paint on the brush, and then light gentle hand will allow a lot more of that to just make a much greater impact on the surface area. Highlights. And of course you can have different colors of flowers in here too. Make it very bright. That's up to you, but if you want you can do that by like, oh, maybe some red or some pink. Or just maybe more all white flowers too, so that's kind of up to you. Yellow is the favorite color of both my kiddos, so I love it. So very pretty. Okay, now next we're going to go ahead and start to work in the colors of our lighthouse here. So let's go ahead and take some white, put this into the base. After I push in this white, I'm going to go ahead and work back over it with the flowers. So the flowers are coming out in this white over the top. A little bit more of that. So now I'm going to go ahead and do just another little section of this. We've got red color. It has a little bit of a brown to it as well. So I've got my Cadmium Red, and then we're also going to do a little bit of this Cadmium Orange. And we're going to make a little mix of the browns. We're going to mix the black with the orange. People don't know if that color is too. And I'm going to let that set up for just a little bit of red. Onto one side. Lift off with the right hand. Let's go back in with the darker side and come in from the other direction. Light hand, hold that brush more over to the side, and then lift off about midway through. Let's go back to more of that white. We're going to add a little tiny touch of the black to that. Super tiny touch of black, very little. We're going to add just a little bit there to make that light gray. And this is actually black right in here, so I'm going to do a little tiny touch of the black in the corner of the brush. And let's finish there. And a little tiny touch of black here. Go ahead and wipe this off a little bit. We're going to go back into that light gray. So white with a teeny touch of black. And here's the white. Again, this is my mama brush, the biggest brush that you've got. You can do cross strokes here, horizontal strokes across the top. We're going to go back in with that black. Just going to place that in over the top here. And a little bit of an overpaint over the top of that black. We'll pick that up a little bit and transition into that light gray. A light hand is going to sweep that across. And we're going to use the edge of the brush and kind of tap down a little bit more of that black to the edge here. Just pull that down in. I'll turn around to this other side. here. I'll leave that in the water a little bit. Now we're going to go back to the little bit brush and black. With a tiny little touch of the white to soften it up. And I'm going to go into this little section here. And we're going to be working back and forth with our charcoal gray, so a little bit of white in with our black. It's just more of a pencil hole to do these little bitty lines. Fill this in. And now that charcoal gray into here at the top. And going back in with more charcoal gray. Not my white, no. Lighter gray. Going to twirl it out with the head of your brush. And then line that in the middle. Alright, so very pretty little lighthouse here. And we've got our little black. I'm going to reinforce that with my time right over the top. So we did a little bit of a different color scheme, more neutrals with the browns. But of course, if you wanted to come back over this with the red, you certainly could. But I would let it sit up and dry a little bit. You could do that red accent right over the top. Just a little bit of black here. And then you can also continue putting in more flowers here. Or you can just leave it alone. Or you can even put in a few more textured leaves too. So that's another thing you could do. And I'll add back in a little bit more of the brights. The Cadmium Yellow and the white. And then you can also come in for more of that sage green. Mix that back in here at the base. And if you want it darker, you can add a little bit more black to this. Add a little bit of that shadow in there. It just makes it a much darker sage green. much. And then we are done. I'm going to hold off on my signature until all this is completely set up and dry. But that's our beautiful lighthouse. We had so much fun painting with y'all today. Good job, everybody. Again, if you have any questions, please let us know. And all the supplies that you need are on our website at tipsyartist.com. Y'all have a beautiful rest of your day, and we'll see you soon. Much love to y'all. Toodles.